It's like very close to the end now. Now guys, before we do this, I must have gotten deliverance growing up 38 times at different stages of my life, because God always drew me to church, although my parents didn't go. I went by myself. You know, I was very small. I didn't really grow until I was at high school. I was tinier than Caleb. I sang with the big women in the choir, and I sang the loudest. You know, I was in the Sunday school. I was involved with youth. I didn't allow anything to keep me from church. Are you getting my point? I never went to church with what happened last night or this morning. Even though I saw my dad being taken away in a car and a bag. You know? Never. The hurt was there. You're human. The pain was there. But I was at church. And God strategically placed people in my life that used to tell me, come here, I want to pray for you. There's a call on your life. Then they would, out of their discernment, say, Father, I break the spirit of suffering over this child. I break the spirit of pain and abuse. And all throughout my life, growing up, even in my marriage, I would be called on by prophets and says, God said He's going to be your husband. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. You know, God always answered me through men and women of God. And God is always going to bring people your way, just like He brought people my way. So when I go through this list, what I'm trying to say is that you can be operating as a pastor and you can still need deliverance. Because the devil can't own your soul, but he can influence you. And then we wonder why we battle, right? Why we can't break through. It's because we haven't identified it. And we don't understand why. It's impossible to pray for long hours, or it's impossible to sit with the word. Now listen to this, it's going to be really shocking. Individuals conceived in adultery or fornication, that was me. Individuals whose parents contemplated an abortion. Individuals given up for adoption. Abandoned by one or more parents. Who were orphans. Who's been abused as children. Raped or molested. Mothers had difficult pregnancy. Mothers had long and hard labor. Who almost died during the first few years of their lives, that's me. Who had imaginary playmates during childhood because of a familiar spirit. Who have been chronically ill all their lives, who have suffered from handicaps in childhood, exposed to pornography early in life, who saw something traumatic such as murder or fatal accident, who grew up in a war zone, ridiculed all their lives, ran away from home. Me, who's been depressed chronically, diagnosed with schizophrenic, manic depressants. Is anyone manic here? Who have learning disabilities, who have been incarcerated. Parents were alcoholics. Parents went through divorce or separation. Parents argued and fought in the home and you were present. Who are angry or bitter with their parents, brothers or sisters, exposed to drugs at an early age. Who are homosexual or lesbian or introduced to these lifestyles during some point in their lives. History of sexual perversion in the bloodline. Accident prone all their lives. You know, you're always almost in accidents. And you just don't get it. Caleb and Andrew, damn. I think I must just go out with them more often. With a history of poverty in their lives. This is funny. Engage in lifestyles of cheating, robbing, and theft. Chronic gamblers, addicted to alcohol, drugs, nicotine, or food. Afraid of being alone. Afraid of leaving the house. Was extremely uncomfortable around people. People always jealous of others. Racist people, you racist. Clever man. That's if you hate Jews, blacks, whites, or Hispanics. Were involved with a cult. Freemason in the family. Who attended a seance, where your mother took you somewhere and they performed something on you they were not supposed to perform. Were attracted to and have gone to readers, advisors, and psychics. Martial arts. I don't know why they got martial arts here. Yoga or transcendental meditation. False religion, abortion. Divorce, separation of bad relationships, controlled by parents or any other person of a group, chronic headaches or mental confusion, difficulty time reading Bible, difficult time attending church, difficult time worshiping or praising God, hate being touched by people. I know people like that. Trusting people or getting close to people. They're chronic liars, they just can't help themselves. Chronic daydreamers, tormented by nightmares and bad dreams. Problems with masturbation. Provocatively or seductively, girls that can't help themselves when they dress looking like they're going to go and get some money in the street. Being tattooed or have multiple piercings in the flesh. Individuals who gossip, slander, and murmur constantly. Who have attempted suicide or thought of killing themselves. Desire constant attention, constantly backslide and leave church. Or church hop. They have a problem letting go or forgetting the past. Paranoid and think people are out to get them. Members of a legalistic church. A controlling pastor who came from a controlling church or denomination. Who are still grieving over the death of a loved one, although it has been years since the passing. Oh, this one's interesting because I do know a lot of people like this. They constantly hear voices. Individuals who have a difficult time keeping a job, finding a job, or paying their bills. Individuals who are always being taken advantage of, abused, or misused by people. Miscarriages or barren. Asthmatic, sinus problems, epilepsy. Remember, sickness is not from God. Individuals who have psychic ability can read people's minds or know things before they happen. Remember, there's prophetic and there's psychic. You're not supposed to be psychic. You're not supposed to read people's minds. Please tell me when you start doing that, okay? People who dedicated the devil, who dedicated their lives to the devil at an early age.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah?
I don't know if it's psychic or coincidence or whatever.
Yeah?
But like once by my house there's a park in front of it and I was standing with a friend and then because my area is drug ridden. So we were just having a normal conversation and a car drove past. I've never seen this car in my life before and I said, watch, something's gonna happen. I didn't know, I just said that. I didn't want it, it just came out sort of thing. Another car came down the street and as those two cars came together they exchanged drugs and money and then carried on their way like it was nothing.
How long have you been a Christian?
My whole life I was born into it.
Sometimes God will inspire you to see the bad for your own good. That's not necessarily psychic, it's for being forewarned. It will also happen in a dream.
Yeah.
That's why we pray, so that God can warn you through dreams and visions. So what you saw was literally a vision.
Okay.
Because it couldn't have been the bad side of life. You were Christian all your life.
Yeah.
So you have the Spirit of God on the inside of you.
Okay.
Individuals who blame other people for all their problems. Oh, people like doing that. Who can't rest, sleep at night or have insomnia all the time. Who are perfectionists and become angry when things are not perfect. Who are lazy, slothful, sloppy and unorganized. Who hate bathing and keeping themselves. I do know people like that, okay? Who are addicted to exercise and dieting. You know people can go to the extreme.
Rugby.
No, girls don't even want to eat, man. No, I just want to wash my finger. Really? And people are over concerned about their appearance. Damn, can they stand in the mirror? Their hair can be done 100 times a day. There was a friend by Jade. Eventually I said, hell, I have had enough. Whenever I look at you, you with the hair, and you in the mirror. Girl, get outside and get some fresh air. She was like really bewildered. No, it's like, you can't take me away from the mirror. That was the body language. Are you insane? Don't do this to me. You know, it's like in a psyche I could actually envision what the child was thinking. Feel they're ugly and unattractive. While workaholics and work themselves to exhaustion.
That's you.
Over religious? No. I have a church life and a work life. God says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do it with all thy might. And when I lay my head down to sleep, my sleep is sweet. Because I have given my everything for the day. You get what I'm saying? Who have a hard time believing God loves them. Who keep standing up to go out during services. Who are preoccupied with death and dying. Who are vagabonds or wanderers. Who have a hard time submitting to authority. In other words, don't listen to Ashley, don't listen to the pastors. Who are unapproachable and hostile towards people. Who are attracted to guns and weapons. Or keep them in their possession and just love those gun games, you know. Let's move left. Let's go to the right. Copy that. No. It's okay now. We're gonna go to the left, move on over to the right. Can you see the suspect? Yes, I'm coming now. And I'm like, Caleb, what are you doing there? No, Ma, it's a war game. Jane, what's that going on? No, Mommy, we're playing the games. Okay.
You've had some practice with this, have you?
You won't believe how much I hear just listening through my room wall, not even door. It's freaking loud. And then they sit down there in the second lounge and I can hear. What's the other one y'all do? It isn't. No, not taken. Also, oh, they Tina. Then it's Tina and them. I'm gonna whoop you now. Yeah, the other one comes. Do the other move. Just turn to the ground. Oh, let's do this. Mommy, hit all the buttons at the same time. Nothing's happening. Everything's good.
You've practiced this, definitely.
I think I'm good with the button thing because I type fast. You see, so it's like.
Yeah.
But at least I'm not killing someone. I'm just kicking.
I can see their light when it's allowed.
Listen, girl, I am practicing for demon kicking. Okay. Individuals who make pledges or oaths to false gods, Satan, occult, organization, and gangs. Blasphemous thoughts always entering your mind. We're afraid of the police and authority figures. People who don't have friends. People who just want to expose the bodies. Who hate children and babies. Victims of successful or unsuccessful kidnapping attempt. Okay. I feel trained. As in, spoken out. Now, this was a long list, right? So, there's things that I mentioned here that touched you, that you never knew, and that you realized. Now, remember the word said. Before I formed you, I knew and approved you as my chosen instrument. Before you were born, I separated and set you apart, consecrating you. And him telling God he's a youth. And God telling him that he must listen to God and that he must go and do what God tells him to do, right? So in your little life, your history, your personal history, you experienced things that you probably didn't tell anyone. Okay? This is why God is having this session. But guess what? You're not going to tell anyone. You know why? Because God knows. But He ordained this time for you to break forth. You getting what I'm saying? For you to break forth out of it so that it can come to light, so that the eyes of your understanding can be opened. In other words, so that enlightenment can come. I still need to deal with this. I still need to address this. God is here. And God is going to, I love this part, root out, pull down, destroy, overthrow, build, and plant. He's going to root out, destroy, pull out, overthrow the work of Satan and that which you are still bound with. And how are we going to do that? I am going to create a portal right here. Okay? I'm going to give you some personal time with God. Where you are. You are going to write down the things that came into your head. And you are going to renounce it in your heart. Okay? When you're ready, between Ashley and I am going to take you. Declare something over all of your lives here today and pull you through the portal and break you forth. Out of where you were into the new thing God is about to do in your life. You getting it? Okay. I think.
I'm honest.
Nudge, wink, wink. You're seriously not getting it. Okay. How shall I put it? That which you are bound with, okay, is still very much a part of you. And now that God has shed light on those parts, you are then going to spend personal time with God now, right? I am going to do a declaration over everyone's lives here. And then call them forth in the Spirit. Everything is Spirit. And just pull them through. Ashley will take the hand on that side, I understand, and we'll say, break forth in Jesus' name. It's an act
I understand
of breaking
that.
forth. Is it okay?
I don't understand the portal part.
Okay.
Maybe it's just terminology or...
Yeah, look, it is terminology and it's literally an act. You know, the coming out and the breaking through.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
It's basically leaving the old coming into the
Yeah, it's actually the break. It's actually the breaking through. You know, when you pull through, that act is just breaking forth. Yeah. Okay. Are you all there? Okay. I'm going to leave you all silent. Okay. And it's only if you want to do this, right? Then, if you're ready, you will get up. I will anoint you with oil. Like I said, I am ordained under Good Shepherd Ministries and other churches in America. And I will do what I need to do, that God has laid on my heart when I receive it. Okay?